Today is Tuesday, December the 7th, and I know I'm like a couple of weeks late on an update, but there's a reason, I promise. There are always reasons. The first reason is I just kind of wanted to push it out a little bit longer because I wanted to get to a finishing point on something or a stopping point on something. I don't remember exactly. And then I did try to film a video last week, but the first 2 times I tried to film it, Little Miss woke up from her nap and interrupted, so but after that I couldn't just go back and start recording again. And then I was going to try to do it a third time. I was setting up and I was about to go ahead and try to sit down and do it, and Andy had laid down for a nap one evening after he got home from work. He laid down for a nap, and then at the time Abby was asleep. She was she was napping, but then about the time when I was getting ready to get everything together to do the video, guess what? She woke up again. So it's hard for me to do videos, especially if it's a video that I have a lot to talk about. She is laid down for a nap. She's still rolling around in her crib right now. It's hard to tell how long it will take her to actually go to sleep. But I felt like if I could go ahead and get started before she actually falls asleep, then maybe that might give me a little bit of extra time. Because I have a lot this video. I have a pretty good amount to share with you guys this video because it's been an extra couple of weeks. So, and because there's going to be a lot, I'm just going to tell you right now, just go and grab you some stitching, grab you a drink, a hot coffee, a tea, a soda, or whatever, some water, or whatever your drink of choice is. Just go ahead and grab that all right now, because there's going to be a lot to go over. I have a metric ton of haul. Give y'all an example. This is haul. This is like a lot of it. There's some still in shopping bags as well, because I did go to Joann's, and I actually made a small trip by Hobby Lobby, so I have that to show you. And then I have whips, obviously. I am getting ready for Whip Go for next year, and I'm gonna do a separate video on that, but I need to either kind of carve out some time for that, or see if I can get Andy to maybe take Abby out for a couple of hours one day this weekend or something. But I will have a Whip Go, just a Whip Go video out here probably within the next week or so. So give me some time. I've thought about the whole whip parade thing. I know a lot of people are going into their whip parades for the end of the year. I just did a whip parade back in June or July, when I was cleaning out my stash, when I was having to move everything over from my bins to a shelf that we had kind of set aside for my whips. So I just did a whip parade when I was going through all that, and nothing has really changed. So I'm not going to do a whip parade, and I'm not going to do an end of the year whip parade. If you want to see my whip parade, I will link that video down below in the description box. I'll also see about putting it up like in the corner. I can't remember which side it is, but I will, if you happen to be watching on a regular computer or something, because I think if you're watching on a mobile device or on a TV, you don't see the little eye that pops up. But if you're watching on a regular computer, then the eye will pop up. But I will link it down below, and then I'll also try to see about putting it in the corner, the link to that video up here somewhere. So I'm not going to be doing an end of the year whip parade because I just did one earlier this year. But I am going to do my whip go plans. And spoiler alert, I'm going to be doing 2 boards. Because out of like 80 some whips, I couldn't just narrow it down to like 24 or 25 whips. So I've got a little bit smaller goals on more whips. I don't know who's calling me right now. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. I said I got to kind of carve out some time for that. Not to mention getting together all of those whips. So that's going to be interesting. And may or may not have to do it in 2 parts. I'll see. We'll see about that. But I've been talking long enough. So let me just go ahead and get into this. The first thing I want to show you is I purposefully left it on the Q-snap to show you guys until I finished it. Well, not until I finished it, but you know, I purposely left it on here so that I could show you. That's my whip go board. You don't get to see them just yet. So the first thing, oops, I don't think you'll want to see that page of the pattern. Here it is. Is Death by Cross Stitch. Now I did decide that I wanted to start being able to work on this on Pattern Keeper because you don't have these annoying like page lines. So even though I have the printed copy, I bought the printed copy. I also went a couple weeks ago and bought the PDF, and I have that loaded onto Pattern Keeper. And I will insert a picture. Sorry if you've seen Dean's down here and he was rubbing up against the table, which this table is kind of not steady already. Anyway, I start the picture. You'll have seen the picture by now. But you stop. He keeps wanting to like rub up against the table like. So this is where my Death by Cross Stitch is right now. I've done a good bit. Yeah, I have to hold it on this side. Obviously I've done most of these flowers. I had like a piece of them down here already when I first started, so I really did about 2 3/4 flowers here, and then I moved up and started on this whole little bit right here with the birds, and then that down line right there. It's the same as this, where it's like 3 sections, and I'm just like with this part right here, I'm doing them each a section at a time so I don't get confused. So that is where my Death by Cross Stitch is right now. And I am going to go ahead and put this away, and I will go ahead and tell y'all that I will be pulling this out again next year because I have it on my Whip Go board. These are very tight on here. So yeah, I do have this on my Whip Go board next year. Not this year, but for next year. God, these things are so tight. It's these long ones right here that I don't care for. I need to somehow like find like the big piece of felt so that I can cut out a couple of pieces I can put underneath here. So this is a dedicated grime guard because I only have the one 11 by 17. And this is a grime guard bought specifically for an 11 by 17 Q-snap. It stays on here when I'm not using this. So, you're gonna have to go lay somewhere. You can't come up here with me right now. Yeah, there's back of my work. And that's the reason why I like working on single color pieces because my backs look so good. But yeah, that's my progress. So, and this is just a MCG. It's a 32 count MCG linen, and the colorway is called Oyster. It's a nice like off-white cream color, and I actually like this fabric. Now, if I had started Death by Cross Stitch like recently, would I have put it on a smaller count, a higher count fabric? Absolutely. Because I actually have Pandemic that I started on 40 count. So, but this is getting put away for now. And like I said, y'all will be seeing it again next year. Well, I'll probably have to show you this exact same thing again in my Whip Go video. But as far as progress, y'all will be seeing it again next year. The next thing I've been working on, these are in no particular order, by the way. The next thing I've been working on is I've been feeling a little festive. Trying to get into the Christmas stitching mood. So I pulled out a project that y'all have not seen me work on for like 3 years. I started this thing 3 years ago. And I know it was 3 years ago because I started it for my 40 turning 40 in 2018. I turned 40 in 2018. And I started it in December as part of like a 12 days of Christmas thing. And it is Mosey and me hanging by a star. He's super cute. He's super cute. When I started him, the day that I started him, I only had like the skin of his face and the one hand done. He has another hand down here. But that's all I did the day I started it. And did not have any progress on him at all since then. Since I just picked this back up. So, with that being said, I have gotten a ton of progress on him. But it's easy because they're big blocks of color. So this is where he sits at right now. Isn't he cute? And you can see the difference in that color like a lot better on camera than you can in real life. I don't know why you just can't. But he is so cute. He is so cute. This is done on, I think it's a 28 count gingerbread cookies by Fabrics by Stephanie. Lovely like pumpkin-y orange color. So obviously you can see how much I've done. I did his beard and I've done his coat and I'm working on the red. I did have an issue with the pattern, the symbol list on the pattern, because the symbol list has one symbol for this red. She used Anchor, but they have a DMC conversion as well. The symbols for this red color, and then there's a beige color too. I feel like the symbols got switched because what's charted for this fur around the bottom of his coat right here is charted for the beige color, which is actually just in his shoes. And the beige color, that his shoes are charted to be in this red. So I feel like the symbols got mixed up. The color requirements for those symbols got mixed up. Because on the cover, I'll pull this out again. Because on the model stitch, you can clearly see that the fur on his coat is red and his shoes are beige. But it has like red strings, like shoestrings. But you can clearly see that that's how it was stitched. So on the pattern, it has the fur on his coat being that beige, and then his shoes being this red. So I'm stitching it the way it is on the cover. So I don't know if that's an issue anybody has ever had with the Mosey and Me pattern, with the symbols being mixed up. But that's an issue that I have with this pattern. And it is a hand-drawn pattern. This is from 1995. So this is a hand-drawn pattern. Yeah. I don't know. They look pretty even, but you can tell it's not like a digital text type of symbol. Anyway, that's where he's at right now. I'm going to continue to work on him, and I'd love to get him finished. I really would. I'd love to get him finished by the end of the year. There's still a lot to do on him though. There is the square border. They have it done in a, what do they call it? A Scotch stitch, which is basically like a shortened version of a, oh God, what do you call it? Satin stitch. It's basically similar to a satin stitch, but it's just you're alternating directions with each color. They have a blocky border done. I still have that to do, and then the star, obviously. The star is a whole nother matter because I need to either find some blending filament, or I may do it in acrylic. I don't know yet. I still have not figured that out yet. But I still have a lot left. I still have some left to do of him, and then I'll probably do the border. I'll probably do it in the Scotch stitch because I don't mind. It's, like I said, it's very similar to satin stitch, which is not that hard. So that is my Santa right now. And like I said, I will continue. I'll keep working on this. I don't know if you just heard my stomach, but I've eaten. I promise I've eaten this morning. And I also did a little bit of progress on something else. I'm gonna keep this out because I don't want to put it away until I finish it. You know, I don't want to put it away unfinished. I want to finish this. But how am I trying to take this out of the bag? But the one thing that's kind of holding me back from wanting to finish this now is stupid over one stitching. And that is Death by Candy Corn. I know it's past candy corn season. Thanksgiving, leading up to Thanksgiving was like the last opportunity for candy corn. But I'm going to keep working on it. I am going to make myself finish this by the end of the year. I did have, last time you saw this, I did have all this done right here up to, I had all of the black and the little star bits or whatever completed all the way to here, to the end of the word candy. And then I had these 4 candy corns done. And I'm telling you that because it's kind of hidden on my Q-Snap right now. So this is where this is at right now. I had all this up here done to the end of, you know what, I am going to take this off. I was going to try not to, but I'm going to take this one side off. Sorry. Un momento. So yeah, this is the total piece. This is as long as it is. This is as wide as it is. But the last you saw, I think I was working, I had like the bottom yellow pieces of the candy corns, almost like 3 of them. I finished all that, and then I moved over here to this side and finished all the rest of these black little star things. I have like 3 left. There's one here, and then there's one slightly above it, and then there's another one right over here, kind of underneath where the R is. And I'm moving that way for a reason, so that I can just tie my string off, my thread off, by running it under the stitches in the R. So, and then I have 4 more candy corns to do. One here, there's one here, and then one here. That's where I get hung up at, because these candy corns are done over 1. And over 1 on 40 count is not fun. So, I am not looking forward to that, but I do need to make myself do that. But yeah, this is done on a 40 count. I want to say Oaken by Picture This Plus. I know it's Picture This Plus, but I want to say that the colorway is called Oaken. So, I don't have much left to do on it. I really don't. And I need to just bite the bullet and get it over with. So, maybe by the time I come back to you guys for another update, I will have finished it. I do want to finish it this year. We only have like, what, 3 more weeks? Like 3 more weeks left in December. Like 3.5 weeks left. Y'all, I'm still struggling with myself. The year is almost over. So yeah, that is what I've been working on. What did I do with the pattern? Oh, it's back up here. So that is where that one is at right now. That's another one that I want to finish by the end of the year. And then back before Thanksgiving, I was feeling a little festive. I was feeling a little fall mood. I was feeling some fall vibes, so I pulled out Hello Autumn. This is a freebie that you can find on the Doreen Jones Facebook page, along with the other seasons. And she does every Friday. If you like Doreen Jones's artwork, every Friday on her Facebook page, she will post a freebie for the group. And sometimes, I mean, they're really cute. They're all really cute. I don't always like everything that she posts, but that's a thing. If you, especially if you like freebies, and if you like cute Doreen Jones freebies. But I do have the other 3 seasons as well. I just decided to start on Autumn because that's the first one that I got. She does post, when she posts a freebie, she'll post a computer image of what it looks like, and then she'll post a JPEG of a black and white pattern and a JPEG of a color pattern. They are JPEGs, so what you would do is you would save them on your device as an image, and then if you want to print them out, you print them out as a picture. My recommendation is to use the color pattern. And the reason that is because with her back stitching, sometimes it goes over a symbol and you can't tell what that symbol color is supposed to be, what that symbol is that's underneath her back stitching. And the only way to kind of tell what color it's supposed to be is by the color of the block. So that's just my suggestion. But I didn't do a ton of progress on this. But I did get a little bit. Hopefully I will have already inserted the picture. But I finished this lighter color right here. I finished the bottom half of the pumpkin there. And then this is the same color going across in the border, the line. There's another one up here. I just didn't want to get to it just yet. And then I did this darker orange in here. So I didn't get a lot of progress done on it, but a little bit. I was just working on this on my 6-inch Q snap, so that's why I only went this far out on that border. But yeah, it's a long piece. It's not really going to be a whole lot taller. This is the very bottom of it, right? Yeah, this is the very bottom of it, and then the top of them is like right up here. So, but this is an offcut. This was like the remnant from the birth announcement that I did for Abby, which I still need to do the bottom, the very last row of text on that. But this was the remnant from that. It is a 16 count Crystal Heartland by Picture This Plus. So it's got the sparklies in it. So that is that one. So that will get put away. And then guess what, y'all? I had a finish. Sorry, I need to move my stash back because it's falling on me. Put this down here. I had a finish. And it was a finish before Thanksgiving. So, as a lot of y'all probably know, back in November, we had Black Sampler November, which I believe was started by Jacob from, God, I can't think of names. Modern Folk Embroidery. So I started a piece on November 2nd, and I started Mary Ann England by Lottie Da. And on November 21st, I finished her. And I'm going to go ahead and apologize for the crease like that's in the middle here. But I finished her. I don't remember where I was at when y'all saw her last. I think I don't even remember where she was when y'all saw her last. Was I still working on this up here? I think I was still working up here, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember. But she went super quick. Super quick. I'm honestly trying to remember where I was at. And I think I'm pretty sure I was up here. Or maybe I had just started these letters. I don't remember. If I still have a picture, or maybe I can go back and insert a picture of where she was when y'all last saw her. But this is her finish. And I said she went super quick. She was super easy. And I didn't have a bit of trouble on her at all. As far as not making mistakes or anything. I didn't have a bit of trouble on her. So, yeah, and that's just 3 colors of DMC. $37.99 is the border, and then like this whole top half up here, and then you have $37.87 for this section right here, and then $3.10 for the very bottom section. So, and she is stitched on a 40 count Seraphim Fabrics in Dusty Road. So, love that, love that. So, I'm super proud of my finish. Sorry. I can't believe I had a finish in like less than 3 weeks, right? 2nd to the 21st, so that's 19 days. So less than 3 weeks. So she was super fun. So that is all that I worked on this past month. Like I said, I'm going to keep working on Hanging by a Star. And I am going to also try my best to finish up Death by Candy Corn. The others will get put away for now. So, the next thing we lead into is haul. There's a lot of it. And I need a drink before I start on my haul. There's like still a little bit of coffee in there, not much. So, let's just start with the bags. I had gone to Joann's one weekend, probably like the week before Black Friday weekend, and because I wasn't planning on getting out for Black Friday. So I went to Joann's, and if y'all don't know, nearest Joann's to me is like 45 minutes away, within the Charlotte area. And I live outside of Charlotte. So, went to Joann's, and I wasn't really planning on picking up a whole lot. Well, I take that back. I went there looking for one of those tall wooden porch signs for Christmas, and they didn't have any. So, I was just kind of looking around a little bit more. And I got, I picked these up. These were in the clearance, on the clearance shelves. Got 2 of them. These are going to be used for the finish for Death by Candy Corn, because I already kind of know how I want to finish it. As in, like, in simplest terms, I want to do it as, I want to mount the piece onto board and have in a larger size picture frame, but then I have this paper behind the piece so that it's sitting like on over this pattern in a frame. Does that make sense? I want to do it as a flat fold, but then have this behind it in a frame, in a bigger size frame. Anyway, it makes sense in my head. And then they also had these little hoops with some fabric in them, and I couldn't decide which one I wanted to get, so I just went ahead and got one of each. So they have, and these are upside down, and my eyes are upside down. So they have one with Ada on it, and I'm sure it's probably 14 count. Just a plain white Ada in a hoop. And then they also had one with even weave. I'm sure that's like probably a 28 count. Maybe not. That looks very tiny. That might be closer to like a 40 count. They're using a picture with an embroidery. So I don't know. I haven't figured. It doesn't say what count or what kind of fabric that's on here. But that looks like a really tiny count. I was thinking it was 28 count, but I'm looking at it closer. That's tiny. That's got to be closer to like a 40 or 46 count. I don't know. I'll have to see. And then, and that's an even weave. And then lastly, they had one with linen. And this is probably definitely maybe a 32 count. So, and this one is like a beige color. We call it like the oatmeal-y kind of color. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking that, you know, it's got a different picture on each one of these. That would be a pattern or something in there, right? There's not. You're just getting the hoop. So I got those. Thought maybe they could be used for some cute stuff in the future. And then I also picked up, I thought, what the hell? I also picked up a few of the new anchor spools. I picked up their version of black. That's the black, which is 403. The 0236, which is closer to the 37.99. It's a dark gray. And then I believe this is the same as the white, the blanc in DMC, which is 002. They did have another one that was supposed to be closer to the 3856, right? 3865 in DMC. But this one is the one that's closer to the blanc. So, there you go. So I got that. Just for the heck of it. I don't have any plans for them. And then I also picked up, this was in the checkout. This was in the checkout, that row that you have to kind of walk down to get to the registers. I got a hand sanitizer, and this is in sugar cookie. They had a lot of other scents like peppermint and I think there was probably a pumpkin spice one. A lot of like the fall scents, but this is the only one that I really. I'm not big on peppermint or peppermint scent or anything like that. So I got the sugar cookie, and I can't even smell it because they've still got it. Like I can't even smell it. Let's see if I can get this off. I'm not gonna stay here for 10 minutes trying to get that off. But yeah, picked that up. That was in the checkout. And then lastly, I also picked this up. I thought it was pretty. And I had to find something to use a 40% coupon on. So yeah. Right? Or maybe it was 60% off. I don't know. I think it was 40% off. But yeah. Picked that up. And that is actually a printed fabric that's behind there. So you're really only stitching like where the flowers and the hooks and stuff like that is. So as you can see, it's printed. And it's got the floss and everything in there. So I picked that up. I thought that was pretty. And like I said, I had a 40% coupon. And if I'm not mistaken, actually, I had a 40% and a 50%. And the 50% came off of, no, I think the 50% came off of that kit. And then the 40% one came off of one of the hoops. I don't remember. I just know it was, I got a deal on it. And then I went back another day. Because I wasn't planning on going out for Black Friday, but I ended up going out that weekend. Because in a Facebook group, they said the Joanns was having a sale on their DMC. And I thought, okay, well, it's probably going to be the 45 cents like it usually is. But no, they said that the Joanns was having the sale on the DMC that was supposed to be 5 for $2, which is 40 cents. So in my mind, I'm thinking that's the cheapest they're going to have it. all year. So I needed to go ahead and stock up on the floss that I needed for a Heaven and Earth design that I'm going to be starting next October. So I'm preparing way in advance for this here. So I went and I got all the floss, but I need to take the rest of this out first. I got this sugared cranberry candle, because I can't go in Joann's without getting a candle. It smells so good. Might actually burn that today. Sugared cranberry. Got that. And tissue paper. And I also got these, which I'm surprised I haven't torn into yet. This is the Peeps Delights Double Hot Chocolate. Again, they had other flavors I just wasn't interested in. And see that? I got all the floss for my Haid. With the exception, the Haid has 89 colors. Joann's only had 82 of those colors. And since I needed to make it even, where's the other one? Since I needed to make it even, like an even out of like 5 numbers, I got the 82 for the Heaven and Earth, and then I got an extra 3 to make it an even 85. And I just picked up an extra B5200, a 310, and an A-Crew. These are floss colors that, you know, you always need for something. So I just thought it'd be nice to have an extra. So yeah, with all of those, let's see. It's a ton. That's a ton of floss, y'all. So I got those. And so I was on my way back through from Charlotte, coming from Joann's, and I was coming like the back way where I come through Lake Valley to get home, and on the way there is a Michael's. It's kind of off of Tryon Street. It's on, I think it's Sugar Creek or Steel Creek, sorry. But there is a Michael's. It's actually like where the hospital is, where I was going to my gynecologist appointments when I was pregnant. It's kind of across the major part of the highway. So there is a Michael's on the way. So I thought I'd stop in at Michael's and see if they had those other 7 colors that I needed. And I had them right, I was writing them down. When I was at Joann's, if they didn't have a color that I needed, as I was going down the list, my Heaven and Earth color list, if I didn't have a color, I wrote it down in a notebook, so that I knew what colors I needed. And so I thought I would stop in at Michael's and see if they had the other 7 colors that I needed. They had 5 of those colors. So I was able to get 5 more of the colors for my Heaven and Earth. And I'm going to go ahead and throw these in to the other bag. And then, just because I decided to pick up another one of these anchor hoops, the one I have, the one I had already is the 8-inch, and this is a 6-inch. And I love this hoop. I love these hoops. They're rubber, like this right here is rubber. And it holds your project very tightly. And unlike the tension hoops with the little spring, metal spring piece, you can actually tighten your fabric once it's on the hoop. Like you can kind of pull it and tighten it up and it'll stay. So I really like these. Michael's is the only ones that sell these just like this. You can find similar ones on Amazon, but they have like a little metal piece up here that's like the hook, but it doesn't affect anything because it's not pulling anything. It's literally just stuck into the rubber piece, so it doesn't affect anything. That's the only difference in them. And then they're not Anchor. They're some other brand. But I really like these hoops. I love these hoops. And on the occasion that I have a project small enough that I want to work it in a hoop, I really like these going forward. They have a 10-inch one, but I don't usually use 10-inch. I have a large size one that never ever gets used. So, got that at Michael's. And then, lastly, the last store haul I got was, I was out and about last week, sometime at one point last week, and so I was out doing some running around, and I decided to go ahead and kind of pop into Hobby Lobby and see if they had those last two colors. Now, I knew going forward, the one color that I needed was 321, and I knew that I didn't have that in my stash. But I kept telling myself, you should check and see if you have that other color to make sure you don't need it. But I don't listen to myself. So I stopped in a Hobby Lobby to see if they had those other two colors, and they did. So, I got it's 934 and 321. That's the last two colors that I needed for my Haid. And just because I was already there, I was already picking up 321, I picked up an extra 2 skeins. Because that's another one of those colors like you always seem to need for whatever reason. So, and I got those. So that's all the colors I needed for my Haid. And I went ahead and picked up 3 packs of the Artiste floss bags to kit up my Haid. And I got these, although I'm not sure if I'm going to use them or not. I picked up these 3-inch rings. I have 1.5-inch rings already. But for 89 colors, I felt like I was going to need like a bigger size ring. Otherwise, I'm going to have like 5 or 6 1.5-inch rings. So I felt like I probably would do better with having larger size rings. But whether or not I'm going to use a 3-inch ring, I don't know. I don't know. But I got them anyway, just in case. So, that's all I got as far as like in the stores and stuff. So as far as kitting up my Haid, I'm all set except for the fabric. But I'm not starting that until next October, so I have time to get the fabric for that. So what have I gotten in the mail? I've gotten a lot of stuff in the mail, and y'all just saw my stack over here. So, where should I begin? I guess I'll just start from the top and go down. Just yesterday, as a matter of fact, I got in a piece of fabric that I won during a Fortnite Fabrics auction event. Open. And this is a 32 count linen. And you know, they don't name their stuff. Well, they don't name their auction pieces. So I got this. It's really pretty. It's like I was expecting it to be more like a mauve color, but it's more purple. So I got this. Don't know what I'm going to use it for. No clue. So it's really deep, heavily mottled purple. It's really pretty. It's a dusty purple. So got that. No, that actually just came not yesterday. It came Saturday, I think. So I got that. She's asleep, and I'm trying to kind of speed this along. I don't know where I'm going to put my stuff. I have no clue where I'm going to put my stuff. I'll just throw it over here. And then I also just the other day got it in my monthly floss from 3L Threads. And I get the 10 skeins of classic Colorworks. You know me, always dropping something in my videos. So we got Rosy Glow, Roasted Chestnut. This gets used a lot in samplers. Root Beer Float. Is really, that's a dusty mauve color. Ripe Melon. It's not as bright as it's coming across, but it's still pretty, pretty saturated. Rod and Reel. Ripple. River Rocks. I've seen this used in samplers and stuff as well. Or in, what do you call it? Why does my brain stop functioning? Like the vintagey kind of look. Then we have Rose Petal. Prim. That's the word I was looking for. Prim stuff. We have Rose Petal. Really Tealy. And the funny thing is, this is, I used Really Tealy in cat lessons for people. I'm not sure if they use it in dog lessons for people as well. Probably, they probably do. But I did cat lessons. So this is used in cat lessons for people. And then Red Currant. I've also seen this in some Prim stuff, or in samplers. So, that came in. And my fear is not so much that she's going to wake up before I finish this. My fear is that she's going to wake up whiny, like she does a lot of times. So I am trying to move this along. And then just yesterday, actually, came in the mail my, what is this? Number 313, issue number 313, probably the December issue of World of Cross Stitch. Give you guys a look. For those of you that don't subscribe to it, he's kind of cute. So got that in, and I was looking in the back of what's coming. There's these really pretty, gorgeous ornaments in here. I like those. And they've got, I think they've done them on perforated plastic canvas, sorry. And then there's, I'm sorry, I'm not going to show you everything that's in here, but I just thought these were really cute things. I'll show y'all the stocking. That's cute. And then there's also these little teddy bears that are in here, I think. Is it in here, or am I thinking about something else? Oh, I'm going to send this to her. But they had, somebody wrote in, said, did they say? No, this is the pet of the month, which they do in every issue. And look what it is. Dina, half stitch, cross stitch. Look what they've got this month. It's a golden doodle. It's a golden doodle. Looks just like Coco. Just like Coco. So I'm going to send her a picture of that, and she'll probably like that. They have some cute cars that are like bicycles. These right here, these guys are so cute. These are like card, these are made for cards and stuff, but they are so cute. I think these would just be adorable just because. Here's a few more, a little bit bigger pictures here. Oh my god, they're so cute. And the ones that they have stitched up are not all the ones that they have in this little pattern library that they have. I'm going to hold it back a little bit. These guys are so cute. They're so cute. Look at that. These would be perfect for like a new baby. Especially like around Christmas time, like baby's first Christmas or something. Oh, is that all of them? I think there's one more page. Yes, there is. Look at this. Oh my god, those are so cute. They don't have them just for Christmas. Got the one here with the heart. And then the one here with the little popper for New Year's. Oh my god, they're so cute. I'm definitely gonna have to keep these guys in mind. But I just thought they were cute. This little gnome guy is also cute. But he takes some fuzzy, he takes a special stitch. He takes turkey work. And they do show you how to do it. But his beard and then a little pom-pom on top of his hat is turkey work. So, I wonder if you could get away with doing fuzzy stuff from Rainbow Gallery. Maybe? But yeah, he's cute. And then they have like a little felt and stitch thing for kids with the nativity. So, and then they're continuing their, what do you call it? Their little town of the plastic canvas houses. They're continuing that. I think there's one more part because it does say this is part 2 of 3. So they're going to come out next month with 2 more buildings. So this is issue 413. Looks just like this. Cute little Santa on the cover. So that I got in just the other day. And it came with the 2022 calendar with some more cute little bears on it. Some more cute little bears. So it's got that, and then little leaflets with this pattern in it. Really pretty, like Nutcracker type inspired. So that came with it as well. So got that, and then last week, see, I don't know if y'all can hear. She wakes up whiny for some reason. And that wasn't a very long nap. That was like maybe 30 minutes. So the other week I stumbled across Jennifer Upton's destash page. And I think it's called Upton Stitches Destash. I'm not sure. It's on Instagram. If you're on Instagram, I will link it down below. And I commented on a few of her things. First thing I commented on was this. It's a beaded craft kit with these ornaments. I remember making something similar to these when I was younger, but they were more of a straight down. They started out big and then they got smaller. They were more of an icicle shape. These obviously are maybe like a pendant, what you would call them. But it comes with the beads and the wire. She's just gonna have to, because that's what happens. There are days when I when I have 2 hours, but then those are days that I'm not trying to do a video. And then I also picked this up. This is an R&R fabric. Honestly, I can't remember if I actually commented on this or not, or she just sent it. I feel like I commented on it though. This is an R&R linen. It's 30 count. It's called Sheep Straw is the name of the color. It's a little darker. It's similar to like if you were to get Ale from Picture This Plus. Got that. And I also picked up another little Dimensions kit. It's so pretty. It says agree with me or be wrong. pick that up. And I have 28 count Brandywine linen. I'm thinking this is probably white chelt. It's hard to see. But it's a deep, like brownish plum color. It's kind of different. So I picked that up, and as you can see, it's kind of stiff. Smaller piece of that. And then lastly, I got this white chelt 32 count lamb's wool linen. So it's all in there. It is a larger piece. It's a 27 by 36. What is that, a half yard? So that came in the mail. And she does still have stuff up. She leaves it up until it sells. For the most part, I think, yeah. She leaves it up until it's officially sold. Like, people comment on it when she invoices and everything. So, if it's up on her Instagram, it's available. And then I also got my fabric of the month for Be Stitch Me. I'm not going to take it out of the plastic just yet. This is called Frost. Lovely, lovely blue color. Perfect. And I get a 40 count from her. 40 count linen from her. And since we're on the subject of fabric of the month, also got my fabric of the month from Needlecraft Corner for Fabrics by Stephanie. And they included little freebies like they always do. And ironically, the other little goodie that they sent was floss packs from Yarn Tree. So they sent that, and it does come with the ring as well. So I have more of those. And then I get Fabrics by Stephanie. I get a 36 count linen from her. And the color for this month is Driftwood. Lovely, like medium. I would call this a dirty brown color. Really pretty. So got her. Got that. I love my Fabrics by Stephanie subscription. And I got, I won something from Listia. And I just want to show y'all. It came sandwiched in this nursery rhyme, the cover of this nursery rhyme book. When I opened up the package, I was like, y'all sent me the wrong thing, because it was like, had plastic around it. And they were like, no, we sent the kit inside the nursery rhyme book. So, but I picked this up. This little Weekenders kit with the lighthouse. Really pretty. And it comes with the mat and the Ada and the floss. So that came. And then, what is this? Oh, that's bad. You don't even remember what you get. Because a lot of this I've already tried to go through at one time. About a month and a half ago, maybe. I won a giveaway from Stitching It for a $20 e-gift certificate for String Theory Needle Arts online. They are an online only needle workshop, but they are based out of Georgia. So for those of y'all Georgians that don't actually have a real LNS, I know because I live there. So I went and bought some things from them, and this came in. So obviously I spent a little bit more than $20. but that's what you do. So I got the Bent Creek Brown Bird Sampler. Super cute. And this picture just looks faded out for some reason. Brown Bird Sampler. And then I also picked up Little House Needleworks Mary Ann Myers Sampler. I'm not crazy about how they've got this on the gingham fabric. But this is the original right here. Really pretty. So, pick that up. If and when I stitch this, I will probably stitch it on just a regular tan fabric. So I got that, and then I picked up a Butternut Road. It's called Provence Sampler. Lovely red work sampler. And they call for flame colored watercolors thread. Karen watercolors in flame. They say they're stitching this 1/1 on 10 count. I don't know. I don't know about that. 1/1 on 10 count? No. So I picked that up. And then lastly from them, I went ahead and got a fat half of just regular black 18 count Aida, because I am looking at restarting something in the near future. And while my original start was on something other than their called for fabric, I thought it was going to be cute. I came to realize that probably the best thing is to start it on their called for fabric, which is the 18 count Aida. The black Aida. So that was the thing that I got. And then got my I got this weeks ago, y'all. Just know that. I got this weeks ago. Probably back late November, maybe. No. Early November. I'm sorry, y'all. I am so sorry. I'm trying to hurry and wrap this up. I did get my December just cross stitch, because what had happened was I accidentally let my subscription lapse, and so while other people were getting their December issue, I had to go in and renew my subscription so that they sent me this once I renewed. So yeah, give y'all a quick little glance on what's in here. I do kind of like that. So yeah. So yeah, got that. And that Quaker Christmas sampler thing that Sal that they've been running, I'm probably gonna end up UFOing mine that I started. And then last but not least, Cheryl McKinney sent me some fabrics because I had gotten a fabric. I had shown a fabric a while back in a previous video that I wasn't too happy without. It was Weeks Dye Works fabric, and it was stiff. And I made the comment that I'm not crazy about. I don't like stiff fabric, and I couldn't use it. I didn't know what I was going to do with it. So she offered to take it off my hands and in exchange for another piece of fabric. So I still need to send hers out. Definitely. But she did send me this. I'm going to try to take this out real quick, because I know I have a crying baby in the background, y'all, and I am so sorry. But I'm really trying to get this video out. Because I can't seem, for whatever reason, the days that I try to do this, right after I lay her down for a nap, she doesn't sleep that long. Any other time, she'll sleep like an hour or hour and a half. But this is a pretty Lugana. It gets lighter down here in the corner, for some reason. But it's a really pretty, like a denim blue color. So, and I don't know who that's by. Is that? Oh, that's by a company called Sugar Maple Fabrics. They unfortunately don't dye fabric anymore. But it seems like a really nice fabric. And like I said, that is a 32 count Lugana. And then she was also nice enough to send me a silk weaver fabric. It's a 32 count opal Lugana. It's kind of a peachy pink color, sparkly. You can't see the sparkle, but it's in there. It's sparkly. So she sent me that. And then she also sent me some pretty little magnetic bookmarks. These are so cute. They're pretty too. Pretty and cute. And then some lovely, it's a 12-piece pack of die cuts. And both of these items are from Sammy Gale of Planners Anonymous. I think Cheryl was just under the impression that I actually use planners and stuff, but I don't. But I will find something to use these for. And then a nice little note. Nice little handwritten note. So that is all the haul. I'm pretty sure that's all the haul. If I forgot anything, I'm going to have to get to it next time, but I don't think I forgot anything. So that's going to wrap it up for today. I'm going to have to wait and do my 3 questions later because I got to go get her. So I hope you guys had a good time. I hope y'all got some good stitching in or whatever it is you were doing. And until I see you guys again next time. Bye, guys.